Now the second quarter about to start. Here's Bellinelli. He has 5. So with Duncan sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Manu and Jefferson on the wings. McDyess is out there with Blair and Temple. And a quick look now at how San Antonio's schedule is shaping up. They'll be matched up against Houston. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Bellinelli. Off the inbound pass. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson. It's tipped. The Hornets leading by 8. Here's Bellinelli. He dumps it off. Tosses it up. The shot is off. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
It's not been a day to remember, but if they get the win, I'm sure being the team player that he is, he'll be fine. Those two are in such great sync. I mean, tremendous symmetry there. The perfect pass and a perfect finish.
It really looked like he read his mind before lobbing that ball up there. Here's Gray. McDyess is on it.
Well, he doesn't have the softest touch. And with the D right in his face, that made all the difference.
Kicks it out to Ginobili. Here is Blair. Down low.
Not the right time to throw that entry pass there, Kevin.
Now Bellinelli. 5 points in the game. Here's Gray. Connects on the baseline jumper. And the Hornets lead by 8.
Inside, outside, Kevin. I love it. He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
And here's McDyess. Blair. Lets loose for a 3. It's hauled in by Gray. We've seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
That's exactly the way to play. The fans love it. It's fun for the players. I love it. And more importantly, it's tough to defend. Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
And so here is San Antonio. It's a 10-point game. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Here's Bellinelli. Can't get it to go. So the Spurs will take it the other way. And here is Jefferson. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana. Ginobili with the 3. San Antonio again missing.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Here's Ariza. Drops it in from 12 feet. Ariza's got 9 points.
He's been extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
Pass to Jefferson. From the stripe. Clanked off the front of the rim.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Rackins. Juwan Blair grabs the miss.
No defense there to bother the shot, and he still misfired. His coach does not look happy.
7 wins in the Southwest for the Hornets last season. Not too bad.
Not too bad at all when you look at who is in that division. I mean, given their overall record last year, that's a high mark for them. It had to feel good for the Spurs to take out the Mavs in the first round last year in the playoffs, considering how much they don't really care for one another.
So both teams changing it up here. Good on both. With that Mavs series in mind, Clark, there really is tension when these two teams get together.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, with the clash in styles. It just made for terrific TV and theater in my mind. The closer in you get, the more they'll reach in for the pilfer. You got to protect the rock.
Here's Stojakovic, and no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot two. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the New Orleans Hornets. They'll be taking on the Miami Heat. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And the first one drops.
Well, they've done an outstanding job from the stripe in this quarter. It's actually been perfect, flawless. And to maintain this lead, you've really got to continue to knock down your free throws. If you don't, and if you're not making your free throws, then you're hurting your team.
Here's Parker. Nails the step-back chain. Parker's got his third bucket of the night.
This is what happens when the defense lags. Wrong guy to give an opening to.
Well, you look at Tony Parker last season, a tough one for him with his numbers worsening in almost every category.
You know what? I think spending his summers carrying the French national team, Kevin, finally caught up with him, and he said as much himself.
That's a good point. Myers from 14. Can't hit. Now San Antonio the other way.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, as you know, the Spurs got off to a slow start last season, and that's something we had seen from them before. But according to Coach Greg Popovich, this time it was a little bit different. He pointed to the adjustment of teaching new players a system, saying, "We lost a bit more corporate knowledge than I had thought. It's taken more time than I expected to get everybody back on the same page." And guys, as the Spurs continue to refresh the deck, that's going to continue to be a challenge for them.
Doris, thank you for that.
You know, it's never easy when you have a bunch of older vets mixed in with a bunch of first and second year guys. That dynamic is a real challenge for a team.
And he's unable to convert here on the three-point play. And back to Parker. He then suffered a litany of different injuries. Sprains to both ankles, plantar fasciitis, a sprained hip muscle, a broken hand, and food poisoning to boot.
Yeah, and it was tough for him, I know, to make the decision to skip playing for France in the World Championships, but he's only 28, and the added rest should help him.
Here's Thornton, covered by Parker. Rackins backs him down. Kept alive. Here's Okafor. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on Antonio McDyess.
Not a bad foul there, Kevin. You don't want him to get the easy layup.
And that one misses. Clark, they say Emeka Okafor is a fanatical guy about his stretching and does it morning, before games, all the time. He always wants to be loose.
Boy, the more time you spend in the NBA, Kevin, the more emphasis you put on taking care of your body, and stretching is a big part of that.
On offense, here are the Hornets. Stojakovic with the three, and that is good. He has 6.
The fast break left, and they couldn't get to him in time.
Here is Parker. He has 7. Under 7 minutes left in the half. And when you have spent time on the injured reserve list like Okafor has, you want to take care of your body with the stretching you mentioned.
What's nice for him is that it's been 3 straight years for him where he's played a full season, and maybe his stretching has gotten him past those early career injuries.
Thornton with it. Dumps it off. And Okafor slams it in.
I did not see that coming. He's one of the last guys you'd expect to flush it.
Let's be nice here, Clark. He looked pretty darn good on that one.
I'll agree.
Here's Parker. He's guarded by Thornton. Parker passes to Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Duncan's got 13.
Well, he's really doing all he can to keep his team in the game here. What a tremendous effort.
Rackins. The shot is off. Now San Antonio the other way. Parker outside. The tray. Okafor with the rebound. And here is Thornton. Goes up. Good D by Parker. Here are the Spurs with the ball. Down by 12. Pass to Ginobili. Up high and down hard.
He has almost supernatural bouncing ability. He can bounce right out of the building.
Only a handful of players have that kind of athleticism, Clark. Rackins backs down. Great D that time from Duncan.
He's not giving an inch on defense. He really bothered that shot.
Parker, right side. Dump-off pass from 11 feet away. That's good from Ginobili on the assist by Parker. Ginobili's got 8.
Well, they're down right now in the game here, but they've been doing a really good job of getting open and knocking down their shots. And that's a big improvement over how they came out of the gates.
Parker kicks to Ginobili. Back to Parker. Duncan. Covered by Okafor. Here's Anderson. Buries the triple.
And there he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first, but starting to look for it here.
The Hornets leading by 5. Okafor backs in. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Back to Parker. Got a piece of it.
He just hasn't been able to get on track in this game. Not like he would like to. He's a much better shooter than he's shown.
Ariza outside. Stojakovic with the 3. That's good. He's got 9. And it's the Spurs with the ball. 8-point game. Anderson. It's blocked. Here's Thornton. From downtown. Kept alive. Rackins. And he drops it in on the layup. And the Hornets lead by 10.
They've really been tremendous with their second chance points here. I mean, those are backbreakers. When you can get put back, those demoralize the opposition.
Now McDyess. Into Tim Duncan. Blocked. On offense, here are the Hornets. Oh!
When he gets it going like this, you got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Here is Parker. He's got 7. He's guarded by Thornton to end the run. And that one's good. Parker. Parker's got 9. And it's the Hornets with the ball. 10-point lead. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Another one falls for New Orleans.
He was really a non-factor in that first quarter, but he's found a way to step it up here.
And it's the Spurs ball. Down by 12. Leads him with the pass.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Now Thornton. Stojakovic with the 3. And Antonio McDyess pulls it down. And it's the Spurs with the ball. Pass to Parker. From down low. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Thornton up on top, covered by Parker. Can't get it to fall from downtown.
Kevin, really the story here is that they're losing even though they're pounding them on the board.
Good point. Ariza covering. Parker dishes to Duncan. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
We've seen Tim Duncan getting it done. 13 points and 2 rejections. You talk about being on, he's been it. Not even one missed shot so far.
Tim Duncan in his 14th season out of Wake Forest, and what a terrific career he's had.
On his way to Springfield as a Hall of Famer when it's all done. 2-time MVP, 4-time NBA champion. The only player in NBA history to receive all NBA and all defensive honors in his first 13 seasons.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Bellinelli. West outside. Now Thornton. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. First free throw is good.
At the line for the Hornets. Marcus is over.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Parker. 11 points in the game. Back to Duncan. Pass to Jefferson. Jacks up the triple. The shot is off. And New Orleans will take it the other way. The break is on. Here's Bellinelli. It's blocked. And San Antonio turns it over. Spurs trail by 8. Inside. Takes it up. And he gets the bucket. Foul is called. 1 free throw for him.
That's a terrific play. All he had to do was catch it and finish.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for 3.
No good, and they don't get the 3-point play. They can make this a 2-for-1 opportunity. And here is Pondexter. West outside. West right side. Sticks it from 17 feet. West has got 8. Here's San Antonio now. 8-point game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's G. Drops it in from 12 feet.
He is really having a good quarter, a strong quarter, an efficient quarter. Doing a lot of positive things out there.
Got a piece of it.
It's hard to make a pinpoint pass from that far away. He couldn't get a hold of it.
And the first half is now in the books. Back here in just a moment from San Antonio.
Thanks for joining us for HP at the half with a terrific game going on out at AT&T Center. The New Orleans Hornets have the lead against San Antonio. Still yet to win a game this season, but they're looking solid in the early going. We've seen Trevor Ariza scoring at will against the Spurs D. He's up to 9 points, really seeing the court well, dishing out all those assists. And on the other side, San Antonio just keeps scrapping. They're putting on a clinic offensively, and they're really starting to click. Tim Duncan's been tremendous in the first half. He's got 15 points, getting things done on the defensive end too. 2 guys who both came to play tonight. They've been very active in the game and will look to stay hot in the second half. Thanks for being with us. Let's get back to San Antonio as the third quarter is about to get underway.